So we will announce the launch date as soon as we have one, because we would really like to share that with you. At this point of time, we really are trying to make it work within a year of the license, but there are things to be done, and therefore we are trying to see how fast or how well we can do it. This is one part of the story, the whole technology piece. Then there are other entity structure, but the good thing is that we are quite well positioned on people. Our hiring has gone very well. We are very well positioned on having the clarity of strategy, product, what we want to go to market with. So data analytics of existing customer base. So those are all good pieces that we are trying to work together. We'll let you know the launch date as soon as.
Talking about the structure as well as hiring, if you can give us a sense, how different is this going to be from a normal bank structure? And on the hiring side also, how much hiring have you done till now?
So I'll just tell you one interesting thing that we have. So in our leadership team, all except one person, almost everybody else is not doing the same job that they have done before. So these are all people with experience of different types, some in banking, some outside of banking, some in retail, some in different places. But they're all doing things that are different from what they've done before, including me, right? So what that does is that it suddenly takes away that fear of asking questions. So we are a very excited set of people that are constantly challenging things and each other and asking all kinds of questions. And that's making the whole working environment very fun. And therefore, when we go down and we also hire people, then that's the kind of culture that we want to retain. And fortunately, we are part of a larger organization that already has that culture, and therefore it's not difficult. So that's been very exciting.
Recently, 3 payments banks have really withdrawn the license, and now a lot of people have started questioning that is a payments bank a sustainable business model? How will Paytm answer that?
You know, like they say, in the long run, we are all dead, right? So I think it's not, when you think about solving problems, you need to think about where you stand today and what problem are you trying to solve. From where we are standing and looking at the ecosystem, 2 big problems to solve: digitization of money and therefore transactions, and access to basic banking facilities to a large number of consumers. Those 2 are such major pieces to be solved. Of course, there are very big things in India, but then also for a large part of the world, we could become the role models if we are able to actually solve that well. So that's why I don't get carried away by all this conversation about competition and various type of people and perception of threat and all that. I think the important thing is to understand what the challenge is, what problem we are trying to solve, and then stay focused and solve some of those problems.
So talking about the targets and timelines, as you said, it's a long-run process we're talking about. By when do we think that we'll be able to break even from where we start, and when will the profits start coming in?
You know, we are really quite focused on solving the problem and building value for our customers and for us and for the society as a whole, which we will, because the problem we are solving is a problem that has a lot of cost to the economy and to the society. So therefore, we definitely believe. Also, I don't buy the argument when people say that Indians don't like to pay for services. Indians don't like to pay for services because we've never had even though we are a large services economy, we've never been a very customer-centric, innovative services economy. It's always chalta hai, it's always make do. So there's always the baseline common denominator to which all service standards fall. I have a very strong belief that any society that is growing at a fast pace of growth will create a consumer segment that will be willing to pay for good service, and that will differentiate between service providers. We hope to be there. And therefore, I don't believe that we will not make money at all, because we have a very strong belief. That's one reason. The other reason is that if we have a large set of customers that are doing transactions with us, the value that we can create for them by way of additional financial services, whether they are loans, building people's credit histories, having them connect with each other better, lending, insurance, so there's a whole lot of value that can be created, and therefore we are very confident that we will make money. We don't want to put a timeline on that except for our internal stakeholders, because it's actually quite irrelevant if you think about it.
Can you give us a sense of the funding plan for the payment bank?
Funding plan? We're a very highly capitalized parent, and so there's really nothing much to discuss or to worry about there. It's more a matter of mechanics of when we actually end up being ready with everything else and capitalize the entity. That's not something that we are worried about at all.
Okay, last question, ma'am. Talking about Paytm, going ahead, obviously we are into a lot of our customers are into recharge services and everything. But going ahead, what will be the new services which Paytm will really come through? As you spoke into the interaction as well, that you want to remain a mobile-centric place. So what's the view ahead?
So, as I said, two nucleus. One is digitize. So as much as possible, if a person leaves their house in the morning, and I suggest you should start doing that right now, because even right now, a majority of our customers do not use everything that we have created for them. So if you leave your house in the morning, you're likely to travel, you're likely to eat, you're likely to probably have some form of entertainment over the weekend, you're likely to pay for your kids' education or fees or something, pay somebody or something, and you're likely to go shop. For all of this, you can actually use the electronic payment platform that's built by us, and you can come back home in the evening without having to take out your wallet, right? So that's our goal on the spend side. On the side of creating financial services, and then you are still left with money. We hope that you're in a happy position to have done all of that and still have money. And then at night you make a decision of, is this money better off sitting in my saving bank account, or should I put it into something where I can make more money? You have the ease of moving the money at any point of time, and then you say what return you're making. So that's a simple vision that we actually have. Making it work will be hard work, but that's what we'll do.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.